Hi, it's Joycelyn Wells, and on this episode of Healthy Me, Healthy You, we're going to talk about gaslighting. Gaslighting is a term that's used when someone manipulates you to a point that you think you're losing your shit. And it's not uncommon. It could be a husband, a wife, it could be a friend, a manager at work, a coworker. It could be anyone that's trying to seek control of how you see yourself and the results and things that they want from you. So we're going to talk about that today. And it happens, but what do we do when we believe that it's happening? So the first thing that you have to know is that gaslighting doesn't happen off the rip. You don't see it coming. It's a built-in trusting relationship. There are a lot of emotional abusers, there are a lot of manipulators, there are a lot of narcissists. These people exist, and everybody has come across them in some point of their life. But when you feel like you're losing it because of somebody else's actions, then it's time for you to kind of take a step back to see like what's really happening. So that's what we're talking about, gaslighting. So the goal is for somebody to control you enough that you do the things that they want you to do. And so when you're not doing it and you have your opinion, your thoughts, your feelings, your desires, whatever they are, if they're out of line with what they're trying to get you to know, or what they're trying to get you to believe, or what they need you to do for you to control them, they'll use this information to spin it on you. And you don't give a pass on it. We think we give a pass on it because we love them. You know what? You love him, right? It's my man. I love him. He's not going to try to hurt me. But when I'm with him and we have these conversations, I'm so unhappy and I feel like he's lying, but I don't know that he's lying. Maybe I'm tripping. So we start having these brain moments of trying to understand what the fuck is wrong with us. What's wrong with me that I can't understand what he's telling me I should understand? In actuality, there's nothing wrong with you. The problem is they're fucked up and they're trying to spin it on you. I dated this guy one time, and I consider myself a pretty smart woman. I'm a student of education. Like, I love learning. I'm pretty together. I take care of myself. I managed to get myself through college twice. I keep a job. I make my own money. I think I'm pretty together. But I dated this guy one time who had a lot of bullshit happening in his life. He had so much bullshit. But when I asked questions or I presented something that was uncomfortable for him, then I was the problem. And we would have this, I don't know if you guys have experienced this or not, but I call them circular arguments. Like, something would come up, I would say something, he would say something, I would say something, he would say something. We would go back and forth and we're arguing in a circle. And I'm losing track of what my initial question was, because now he's trying to flip it around like I've lost my shit. Like I don't know what I'm talking about, like I'm tripping, and da 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 da. So he could manipulate this whole conversation to where I felt exhausted at the end of it. I'm crying, I'm exhausted, I'm apologizing for, I shouldn't have brought that up. I know next time I shouldn't say that. Da, 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 blah, 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 blah. So now I'm hurt and I need him to console me. That's gaslighting. My abuser has essentially put himself in a position of the person who can abuse me and then offer me comfort after I've been abused. That's fucked up. We're not doing that, right? So we have to figure out, we have to be aware of ourselves enough to know that when we're in a space of understanding what is happening, that it's okay. We're not crazy. We're not losing our shit. Like, we legitimately know that some bullshit is taking place and we're calling it out. So the goal is to preserve who you are. If you're in a negative relationship with someone who's gaslighting you, and I can say this, but when you're in it, you don't even know that it's happening. All you know is that you feel like shit, and then you start walking on eggshells because you don't want to feel worse and you don't want to disappoint the abuser. Who wants to disappoint their abuser? We want to be pleasing in the eye of the narcissist, pleasing in the eye of the abuser. We want to show them that we got it all together. Like, we got this. Like, you want a woman who's above board and even and who can take all your shit. Yeah, that's what they want, because then there's so much bullshit that they're doing. They need to have you, because you're probably taking care of most of the stuff. And they can control you, so they want to definitely keep you because they can control you. So we have to be aware of ourselves and our value. There has to be some value in yourself. People don't understand when you're emotionally abused. Suck it up. You weak. Something negative about all of that. Nobody says, oh, you're emotionally abused, that's fucked up. This need to happen. Nobody says that. You feel like you're supposed to be doing something different to minimize the level of abuse that you're getting. It's not your fault. I'm the one to tell you that it's not your fault. And it's okay to call somebody out on their bullshit. Hey, stop fucking talking to me. And we'll talk about boundaries in the next episode. Stop fucking talking to me. I'm done. Whatever. Shut that shit down. No. And when you can establish boundaries about who you are and what information you'll receive, you protect yourself more from those people, the ones that are supposed to love us. He's down for me and I'm his ride or die and da-da-da. That shit don't matter. If somebody's doing something intentionally to fuck with you, that's their intention to fuck with you. It's not a mistake. If you think your wife is being with somebody else, but you think she's smarter than you, so you go along when she twists that shit up on you and make you sit there looking like, okay, I was tripping, or your husband who does that, or your boyfriend, or your baby daddy, or your baby mama, whatever, it's still manipulation, and you're still coming out on the negative side of it. If you feel debilitated and exhausted and like you're not coming out on top, or fuck it, even let's go basic. If you don't believe you're happy, if you don't think you're happy, fuck that. You should not be in a relationship that your happiness is at question. If your goal is to be happy and the person you're with is to be happy with you, not even make you happy, to be happy with you, but they're using a point of control and gaslighting to keep you in this dark, destitute place that you're not growing and being of your purpose, fuck them, fuck that. No. And it's okay to say no. It's okay. I've spent years single. I know amazing men. Let's say that. I know amazing men. But one thing that I know more amazing than the men that I know is me. I'm amazing. And I know that I'm here of purpose. And no one's going to mistreat me. No one's going to anymore gaslight me. I'm not allowing it. I've spent many years in it. So that's why I've spent this time talking about what it means when somebody's gaslighting you. If you feel or you know that you have a bone to pick and something is a problem, somebody owes it to you to have a conversation with you about it. As soon as they don't want to have the conversation with you about it, or you tripping, then they're not even worth you continuing to engage with them, because their intention is to gaslight you. Their intention is to hurt you, to abuse you, to mistreat you. Now, if you know that their intention is to do those things, why would you continue to give them your time, to let them make use of your goodness, create a hell in which you exist? Why would you continue to do that? Because it's probably familiar. It's happened before somewhere else. So you associate it with love. I get it. I've been there. But the love that you have for yourself, and the love that you have for God, and the love that you have for your opportunity to contribute to the universe is greater than any damaging love that somebody says they have for you. So you want more information on gaslighting? You feel like this might be you? Somebody near you tries to manipulate you and get you twisted in your mind, twist you to fuck out, that you can't determine if you're up or down? Fuck it. It's a wrap. You don't need to deal with them anymore. Their intention is to misuse you, and you're allowing it. They're not smarter than you. They're not more clever. They're not better. They're just manipulators, and they've chosen you to manipulate. They've chosen you to gaslight because it allows them to continue to take your goodness and make use of your goodness while still doing fucked up shit to hold you hostage. So this is Joycelyn Wells with Healthy Me, Healthy You. I can't wait to see you next episode. Bye.